must put on record my appreciation to Oguimgung. The day before yesterday, the first day of the session, he has given a notice for having a discussion on this very issue. But I put up this question for more clarity, as well as since it concerns all of us, Dimapur, Kohima National Highway. I remember, Speaker Sir, when I was President NSF 2003, as mentioned in our discussion day before yesterday, as well as yesterday, Vajpayee came, Honorable Prime Minister of India. And there are many commitments given, but two commitments. One is the national highway, four-laning of this Kohima-Dimapur. So 2003 to 2024 means it's already 21 years. Another one is the launching of ESNL. Even that in Nagaland, you see the functioning of the BSNL, the network. It has been already overtaken by private companies like Aircel, Airtel, Vodafone. So be it as it may. So these are the two important gifts given to us by the former Prime Minister Vajpayee. I was president, so therefore I was also given a number, BSNL number, I remember that. All the first batch was given to the VIPs only, so I'm so happy that I was given in that VIP category, in that BSNL distribution of number. But it is also still dysfunctional. Same with this national highway. Now the question I have raised to the Honorable Deputy CM in charge, Minister in charge of National Highway, the duration for completion of this Dimapur-Kohima road. It is already 20 years. Of course, the work started a little later than the commitment. But if you see the progress of the road, as we have discussed on the other day, the answer to my question was, I am not convinced with this answer. The Minister is telling, Deputy CM Saab is saying that Dimapur-Kohima Road Package 1, likely date of completion. What do you mean by likely? Likely date of completion is 31st December 2024. There are many English words to be used, but the word likely, I think I need more explanation from the Minister. I cannot take this for granted. There has to be a timeline, time period for the completion of the project. Now another question is, the package 2. The reply to my question is project completed on the 10th June 2023. Where is the completion? We have been shuttling from Dimapur to Kohima almost every day. There is no semblance of completing the road even for a stretch of, forget about a kilometer, Speaker Sir. There is no, even the 10-20 feet, there is no proper completion. How can they say, how can they reply to me that it is already completed? And who has given the certificate of completion? Is it the National Highway Department, the Minister in charge? Or who is responsible for this? I'm told that the completion certificate has been given for the package 2. We have seen that all of us are shuttling the Dimapur Kohima, all of us. Where is the semblance of completion? How can certificate be given for completion? And another one is NHITCL. It seems I have an information that they have appointed two contractors in one portion of the mud slide area. One for slope safety measure to control the mudslide portion, and another contractor for road construction. So how can they go? How can they execute at one go, Speaker Sir? How can this the portion of work at the mudslide area be given to two contractors? How will they coordinate and work? And especially in this rainy season. So these are few questions I need elaborate answer from the Honorable Deputy CM Sir, Sir Diazme.
Mr. Speaker Sir, the reply to this supplementary question. One, why we have mentioned this likely completion of the date likely completion of this project, the package of one. Because as per specification in the contract agreement, actually the work has been completed 99.81% physical progress. And financial progress also 98.86%. As per the contract agreement, the work has been completed in package one. But unfortunately, before issuing of this completion certificate, the rock fall started and mud slide started here and there. That is how the load of contract work, the contractor has been made responsible to clear all these. And later on, they have added some additional work like crush barrier and rock sliding protection works. So unless both these two additional work are completed, the main road cannot be completed and they cannot issue this completion certificate. That is why there appears to be uncertainty. That is the reason that they mentioned likely completion date is 31st December 2024. That is the reason that given likely. Otherwise, as per the contract agreement and as per the revised contract agreement, completion date was supposed to be 30th November 2022. That is answer to supplementary question 1. Number 2, regarding package 2, yes, completion certificate was issued by NHIDCL, for which we are not satisfied with the report. That is why we had meeting at the CM level. CM has called a meeting and we invited ED and other officials from NIDCL. And we questioned them how and why you have issued completion certificate. Whereas in some portion near Pipema, coming up from Dimapur before reaching Pipema, even road divider works are not executed, about 150 to 200 meters. And in some portion of the package, that bridge wall are not completed, retaining wall are not completed. So how can you issue completion certificate? So they could not give satisfactory reply in the meeting. However, we have issued direction that henceforth NHIDCL is directed that henceforth, before issue of completion certificate, there should be joint verification involving Chief Engineer National Highway and DC of the respective district and some important public organization in that locality. Joint verification should take place. Thereafter, only completion certificate should be issued. That was the direction given to them, and I was made to understand that they will do the needful in future. That is reply to supplementary question number 2. Number 3, what was that?
Number 3 was the two contractors.
Yeah,
given.
yeah. Okay. visit to the spot yesterday, I, along with Srimati Salutono, Honorable Minister, we met both the consultant. One is consultant for slope mud sliding from the source. And the other consultant group is for road clearing. So in course of our discussion with these two consultants in presence of ED NHIDCL and Engineer-in-Chief from PWD, Chief Engineer National Highway, Chief Engineer Road and Bridge. In presence of everybody, we questioned them. See, mud sliding or rock fall, yes, study can be done during this season. But execution of work, how can they execute at this point of time, in this kind of season? So we agreed that expertise, specialist group from IIT, some have come from Bombay, some have come from Guwahati, has constituted, the committee was constituted by the state government. The studying is okay on the ground, but how can they work parallel? Road construction and the protection of mud sliding from this slope. So we have instructed that both the group can study on the ground, and we in consultation with the local leaders that the natural gravity of this in this particular area, the local people knows better how it used to happen during summer. So we instructed them in consultation with local people in that Jogja Setri area, and studies should be completed during this rainy season, and the work should have been started by November last year, November, December, so that safety measure, permanent safety measure can be created during the dry season. But at this season, that they are helpless, but they are still studying on the ground. So some people working on top, some people working on the road, that also collide, that misunderstanding has brought up. And we also given to understand that the contractor did not comply as directed by the NHIDCL. NHIDCL directed that the machinery, sufficient machinery should be deployed from both ends, so that the mud slide down to the down to the road could be cleared up within the 2-3 days. But initially, contractor refused to work. So the 2 days, last 2 days, when there was no rain, that there was no machinery working on the spot. So we have instructed ED, NHIDCL, that issue notice to the contractor. If you don't comply, that intend to terminate the contract should be issued. So ED has replied that us that he has already issued notice to contractor. Because any hindrance created in a particular package, it is the responsibility of the contractor to clear the road, not by anybody. So that is already incorporated in the agreement, contract agreement, as well as in the guideline of this national highway. So the two group working on the ground was made clear, and we have already directed to clear the road first. Then permanent safety work can be started only by November, December. That was our instruction.
happy to see that the notice served to ED by the Commissioner and Secretary Works and Housing on 26 for landslide clearance at National Highway 29. So also, I'm happy that some sensible citizens and contractors has taken the NICTCL to court. A court order had come out yesterday. But, Mr. Speaker, sir, yesterday in the discussion, I raised a question. The lack of seriousness in the NICTCL department. For the past 2 assemblies, there is no question for PWD road and bridges. All the questions is aimed at NICTCL. So, yesterday I stated that all the NICTCL work in the state is in a total mess. And these questions justify my statement, number one. Number two, my unstarted question and my friend Achambenmo's start question is similar in nature. Everything is similar. But the dates given in my unstarted question is different, and here it's different again. In my unstarted question, completion date, they have given appointed date was 3rd of August 2016 and completion date 2nd of August 2016. Yes, we have to forgive them, that must be a printing mistake. But how can they have a cross violation in the answers? That answer is different, this answer is different. Which answer to take? Not only their work, Mr. Speaker said, their answers itself is also criminal in nature. That's why I was saying, those people have gone to court, but that is not enough. A criminal case should be registered on NICTCL, or even the cabinet should take it up with the CBI for inquiry on all these NICTCL projects. This is what I want to say, sir.
I'm not satisfied with the reply. I would like to give time through your chair to the Honorable Minister, Deputy CM, to please talk to the NHIDCL after lunch to give me an assurance that the word likely has to be replaced by it will be, it shall be completed by this year December. Our Deputy CM sir has highlighted that the actual completion should take place on the 30th of November 2022. That is what I've heard from him. Now, it has been extended for another 2 years. How can they still tell me that it will be likely? No, I will not accept this one. So therefore, please give him time till lunch and talk to the NHIDCL. I need a concrete assurance here, Speaker sir. And there is a little confusion here, Speaker sir. It's like our government functioning. We have an advisor who holds a portfolio, but who is not answerable to the House. So also with the NHIDCL, who are actually the hands of affairs, constructing, running, throwing the money, but our Honorable Deputy CM is assigned to answer. Actually, he is designated as Minister in charge of Highway. I don't know if he has no control over the National Highway. How do we function? He is only conveying the message to me through the NHIDCL. And therefore, a concrete assurance, I want a concrete assurance, and even the completion certificate without the knowledge of the government. It is within the parameter, within the jurisdiction of Nagaland government. Even if they are contract is being tendered, bidded in New Delhi or somewhere, it is working within our state without the knowledge of the state government. How can they issue completion certificate? That also has to be re-examined. There is one more question. I also want some more enlightenment. We have discussed a little bit on the other day. New Land Zatima was actually sanctioned as capital bypass, which means to say that since this is the only existing national highway connecting this, the one and only commercial city for the Nagaland state and the capital city Kohima. So government has mooted another idea that there will be a bypass. So this road also is, we have debated yes a little bit, but I need a little more enlightenment on this. And as far as the second answer, the second portion of my question, the reason for delaying completing the project, there are so many funny statements here. Working constraints due to frequent landslides. Speaker sir, we cannot always blame the nature. Yes, nature has its own fury to attack the human being when they are not very kind to the nature. That is also a universal truth. But as far as the work on the ground is concerned, there is no planning actually. If you see, I don't know what kind of company we have engaged. We have traveled almost all over India where these highways are constructed like terrain like ours only, especially Uttarakhand, there's all these portions. When they can construct a world-class highway, why not this a small portion? It's about I think 70 kilometers. I wanted to recall what Vajpayee has said. He came to Delhi, Dimapur. He has to be taken up to Kohima with this through a vehicle. So our officers must have told him that this is the best road. So he was shocked. He said, if this is the best road, you can imagine the roads in Nagaland. So the best road, the 20 years back, still it has become worse. It has become a nightmare actually for us. It is very scary to travel the national highway. How can they still give us reply like this? Giving us reasons that working constraints due to frequent landslides, local customs and religious sentiments. What are these answers? Speaker sir, sliding in Bagala Bahar area, delayed due to COVID-19 pandemic. Okay, that is we can understand a little bit. Delayed due to stoppage of work by locals. I need little clarity from the Honorable Minister. Who has actually disturbed them? What are the hindrances? Local people have been cooperating. Everyone is talking of completing the road at the earliest. Delayed due to EPC contractors default. Improper planning. See, improper planning. Inadequate manpower. They themselves are plus. Who is admitting this? Improper planning. That's why it is sinking every day. We cannot only blame the nature because there is no proper planning. How can you blame always the nature? Inadequate manpower. I myself have seen on the 14th of this month, I was on my way to Bandri to attend the 15 August program. Then I started a little early. The moment I reached, they sank down the whole that previous night. So they were clearing. There was only one JCB available, speaker sir. I have seen with my own naked eyes. I'm telling you, only one JCB was available there. Only day before, few days back, everyone in charge of highway have told us that 72 hours have been given. In fact, I have a grievances even that it was too late, too little, too late. That would have been given long before. After 10 days, giving them 72 hours to complete. No, that is not the way we should be controlling these people. Only one machine was available. So therefore, there are lots of discrepancies, and we cannot let these people go like this. I need some more answers on this question, speakers.
Allow me to intervene. As mentioned, the then Honorable Prime Minister Vajpayee came to Nagaland in October 2003 when I took over as CM. He was very kind, and out of his 1,000+ financial package, whole land from Dimapur to Kohima was committed. Unfortunately, BJP-led government by Vajpayee lost the Lok Sabha election in 2004. And this national highway was kept in the cold storage. When the UPA 1 and UPA 2 came to power at the center. Also the other commitments were also not sanctioned. Only when BJP-led government NDA came to power, of the UPA 1 and 2, the commitment started around 2015-16. And very unfortunate that we face these two blockages, one during UPA 1 and 2, and when this commitment was started, again, we are happy, we are extremely happy that NHIDCL could come. They are the Government of India, PSU is the agent of the central government. We thought they will do a good job. But when the other day, when I met the MRTH Minister, Nitin Gadkari, by coming, he summoned the NHIDCL people in his room. And as I entered, I greeted him, "Good morning, sir." He said, "Good morning, Rio. I'm told you had filed criminal case against my people." I said, "Yes, because they are doing horrible jobs." And then his other sentence was, "Good, you filed. Issue warrant of arrest, non-bailable." That is the comment of Indian Home Minister. And all the officials were there. Then we start discussing. And they admit their failures. And in Pakla Pahar area, exactly after 1 year, the completion, the road was stopped. We were using one lane the whole year. And exactly after 1 year, another rockfall came and hit a car. So, the state government, after we had meeting with the department, we decided that we'll file a criminal case, FIR, and we registered. And that's how the case is going on. It is very serious. In other states also, the state is filing case against them because they have not done a good job. In that meeting we did in Katkari, my last visit, the NHIDCL said we could not foresee the soil condition, the nature of topography and the formation. So we have decided to deploy a scientific study, a consultancy, but this process will take 1 year. So, even present this phase 3 mudslide that is coming, our land owners are abstracting boulders wherever it is. And the base, all the rock formation is taken out. And then in that, another digging for expansion of roads first, base to 4-lane road. It is done. But you all have seen in that CC concrete retaining walls also, they have not put a single MS road. And when the weight comes, the concrete wall is just breaking and falling. Because there is nothing to hold. There is no base, and the CC wall has no iron rods. What technology? What engineering? So, after our many meetings, they started using MS road for the concrete walls. But I don't know how good is the base and whether they are putting the wings, otherwise it cannot carry the load. And they started all this again during the monsoon. That's why it is a mess. And human being, we have limitation to fight against the natural course of calamities. It is very unfortunate. And honorable members raising 0R, raising questions, they had totally failed. How many years the road to Zenaboto faced the problem? Earth cutting was done, and then it did not do the road properly. Mudslides continued, then even road to Mon, even road to Longland, all this we had wasted 4-5 years. Somehow it has improved a little bit. And therefore, the NHIDCL, their commitment in front of Union Home Minister, Union MRTH Minister, we hope that NHIDCL will do scientific study and the consultancy to do how the road should be built. Meanwhile, in Pakra Bahar, the PWD department, they had made a bypass road from all the Nichagar gate, going up the hills and coming down in New Chomkedima. So, by this season, there will be pliable. But up here, just a small stretch from Badutsar to Zubza River, on the other side, up to National Highway 61 is good. It's 2-lane and comfortably vehicles are flying. Therefore, I think National Highway agencies and the state PWD should coordinate so that where it is possible immediately should be done so that people do not face such hazardous, and I hope this time NHIDC will do. But I fully agree, if there is needs to file another IFR, file case against them, be NHIDCL or be even the firms who are doing the work, if they are lacking, admitting their failures in the government reply. And if they don't give their commitment, they have given commitment to me also a lot of time, they failed miserably. And therefore, it is a very bad situation for us. Now, we are going to host international events in the coming months. And we have our festivals coming, we have our Christmas festivals coming. So,
At memo, of course, outside the purview of this question, but for information of the members, the concept of having new lane to Jadima Road under ISC, Interstate Connectivity, which falls under Road and Bridge PWD, was called Capital Bypass. We know every year the commuter used to face problem during this monsoon season between Dimapur and Kohima. Not only this year, almost every year, I should say. So knowing fully, we had decided to construct bypass road, new lane to Jadima, which is exactly 37 kilometers from new lane to Jadima. Much shorter than this Highway 29. But unfortunately, after the work was allotted in 2016, the work was allotted to MS Philalia and Son Company. But before the work was started, as I said, all the landowner has issued NOC that they will not claim for any compensation. And there is no provision for any compensation on this road, in this kind of scheme. ISC or ENI or CRLF, as I mentioned the other day. But three villages in Newland area, they have stopped the contractor and they have said, they have treated even to burn down all the machinery. So the contractor has to withdraw all the machinery from the location. And somehow the contractor managed to pay to some individual from his pocket the compensation. So he was allowed to start work. And then another group came and stopped the work. So here, honorable members from that locality, I think we need to talk to landowner that in future this should not create problem. Otherwise, this road should have been completed in 2020, and now all the vehicles should have been moving on this road only. But unfortunately, that landowners claiming land compensation, damage compensation, even forest damage compensation. So we cannot totally blame the contractor. We cannot blame the department. But the hindrance was created by 3 village landowners. That was the problem. Till today, we could not resolve the issue, and progress has not gone as expected. Otherwise, package 1, we are talking about that package 1. Package 2 and 3, they have completed 2 years back. Till Jadima. So the road people are using the package 2 and 3. But package 1, that hindrance needs to be cleared with the help of our elected members and civil societies to convince the landowner not to create any more problem. Speaker sir, let me clarify one issue regarding the replies to the start question on NPWD National Highway. All the question pertains to project being implemented by NHIDCL. There was only one question raised by Honorable Member Noglu to see that NH02, that passing through this Doyang to Mokochung Road, that is implemented by National Highway PWD. The rest, all the questions are pertain to NHIDCL. For information of the members, since NHIDCL is the implementing agency, as mentioned by Honorable Chief Minister, appointed by Ministry of Road Transport and National Highway and NHA, National Highway Authority. All the facts and records department had furnished the replies as submitted by them, because we want them to own to the replies they have submitted. There are matters of record. So if there is any further query and observation to cut it short, the department will facilitate in getting those information or send the concerns and observation of this Akasal to NHIDCL. Nevertheless, Speaker sir, the department has been taking up all these issues on several occasions. As I mentioned, as many as 20 times we have had consultation meet with NHIDCL. In the monthly review meeting and other special meeting under my chairmanship, or sometime under the chairmanship of Honorable Chief Minister, that numerous series of meetings has taken place. But implementing is done by NHIDCL. Work order is issued by NHIDCL. Payment is made by NHIDCL. So we have no role to play inside. But as rightly mentioned by Achumebo, the road belongs to us. And it is inside the state. So we have a serious concern. That is why we are coordinating every month and quarterly. As far as package 1 is concerned, the matter has already been taken up by state cabinet. State has already engaged IIT Guwahati through an application 31st January 2024 to assess and also suggest measures. Whatever observations are pointed out, we will ask NHIDCL to execute. Until such complaints are met, state will object to issuance of completion certificate. In fact, let me apprise the House that the Honorable Chief Minister has written to the Union Minister MRTH, Sri Nitin Gadkari ji, to even initiate inquiry into the rockfall incident to take appropriate action against the concerned agency, as mentioned by Honorable Chief Minister. Regarding package 2, this also state government has taken up with NHIDCL, as I mentioned, NHIDCL headquartered on 23rd/4/2024, asking to explain why and how completion certificate has been issued without the information of the state government. We will continue to pursue this matter further. As far as package 3 is concerned, now the present problem that we are facing, NHIDCL has appointed 3 contractors. First contractor has been terminated because of not following the changes and the deadline issued by NHIDCL. Then again, second contractor was appointed, the same problem as they have faced. So they have terminated that second contractor. Now the third contractor has come in. So we'll see how the work will be implemented successfully by the third contractor. So it is not that NHIDCL people are not facing problem. They are also facing problem because of delay from the side of the contractor. So one of the major reasons for the undue delay in completing the project is because of reasons such as this: their lack of knowledge of the terrain and poor pre-construction studies of the geological aspect of the region and poor planning. These are the reasons that NHIDCL has failed implementing the project in our state. The Chief Minister also has written to Union Minister MRTH in this regard, dated 14 October 2022, and again raised the issue with the Union Minister recently in Delhi in the month of July 2024. The state government does not agree with the reason stated by NHIDCL and will take up with them strongly. Lastly, Honorable Member Achumebo want to get the assurance from us that it should be completed within 30th December 2024, which we cannot assure on the floor of this August House. But we will discuss. Now, long-term safety measure, they have to study on the ground and prepare the new estimate, new DPR. And then the question of ROW comes in again. The previous ROW, existing ROW, they cannot work. So they have to extend the ROW. so that land compensation issue also will come. And then after settling all these long-term safety measures can take place. So we cannot assure that which month or which day we can complete this project. Thank you, Speaker.